well, that was fun.
So how do you see the talking? You
talking. What the name of the podcast?
Yeah, talking bollocks.
Talking bollocks. Yes.
Yeah. It's pretty clear.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this, Laurent. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. I mean, to fill you in on who you're talking to, I've been a stand-up comic for 25 years. I started the UK thrash band Acid Rain many years ago, back in the day, and we came back in 2015. Now, the reason I say that is because I do a lot of stuff like you, and very rarely do you actually find out who you're talking to. You get a website or something like that. I just wanted to say that as you may have noticed in social media, that Warenta is in my top 5 albums of 2022. Just absolutely stunning work, mate. I'm a big fan. I may be old school, but we need to push things forward and progress. And your album is absolutely 100% thrash metal, but there is clearly progression there. There is you listen to all sorts of music, so many influences, interesting. Everybody in the band plays amazingly. How pleased are you with the album? Did it come together the way you hoped?
But first, thank you very much for your words. It means a lot for me, for us, and I think you just pointed the exact aim we have with Deficiency. It's we are a thrash metal band with that thrash basis in almost all the songs. So if you're familiar with a chuka chuka chuka, you won't be afraid. But of course, we don't just listen to thrash metal as metal fans. We listen to many other metal styles and other styles except metal, blues, progressive rock, symphonic, movie soundtracks, etc. So I guess we put all the influences together to push forward the thrash basis to other boundaries, So that's why you hear sometimes symphonic stuff, sometimes something more heavy metal with string guitars, sometimes progressive structures, and so on. So I guess we just put together everything we love, but with that thrash metal basis.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, even there is occasionally there are some blast beats on the album, but it's not it's not traditional blast beat.
No.
It threw me. It threw,
okay.
As a listener of thrash metal all these years, and especially as a singer, listening to intense parts like that. I always think, right, how would I, what would I do? How, where would I, put my vocals, etc. When I heard, he kind of, it's a blast beat that comes in, comes out, comes in. I genuinely heard that, and
thank you.
Completely through. It's fantastic work.
Yeah, but if you're talking about the blast beats, yes, because in our music style, you don't hear it often. So effectively, we put it in a very few moments on a very few tracks, and that's why it gives the song some kind of relief.
Yes.
Comparing to other songs.
And
typical moments and particular moments on a short time, I guess it's more efficient, but on the blast beats on 3 or 4 minutes. I guess in black or death metal, which use many time on the songs, that process it's finally it's not much impressive. It's not much efficient. So we take that. You're talking about brass beat, but we can talk about other incorporations with not. We don't want to put it so much, in the songs. Just a few, and that few for me, it's what gives the songs the relief.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and that's why I hope it's not boring to listen to our music. It's not only the same thing, it's not a Slayer
Absolutely.
album.
Yeah, no, and yeah, the phrase we use in the studio, everyone uses in the studio. I'm sure
Of
you
course.
use it in French. Is less is more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the fewer times you use it, the more impact it has.
Of course. It's
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So what's it like for a thrash metal band in France right now? How is the scene,
Thrash metal is not the main scene in France in terms of metal, but we have a few bands. It's coming, I guess. We had some thrash metal bands early in the 80s.
Dayton?
Yeah, there were a few bands which were between thrash and death metal in the early 80s or 90s, but I guess thrash metal vanished as in every countries.
Yeah.
Maybe in UK too.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a few years, and then we got this revival scene, which with American bands mostly, but also from European countries,
Yeah.
especially from Germany. For instance, and or Spain. We're talking about Angelus Apatrida, Cryzix, bands like that, and it pushes a new breath to thrash metal. And I guess in France, many not many, but a few bands were able to take the train and to go in that style
Yeah,
at
sure.
that time in the late 2000s, I guess, like
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in France, there is some thrash metal band. There is some good thrash metal band, but um, each one has specificities. It's not only old school thrash. You can find a power hardcore thrash mix between that. You can find progressive thrash. You can find old school thrash, of course, but there is a few bands that have their own style, their own particularity, and I hope Deficiency is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned there how thrash metal went away, and it did, and people say that it was it killed by grunge, or was it death metal, or was it any of these things? And I think personally that thrash killed itself. There was not enough innovation.
Yeah.
Not in so this revival is great, but we can't do the same thing again. We can't just rely on the Americans, like a handful of 6 or 8 bands to keep this thing alive, because they are going to do what they do.
Yeah.
There's going to be nothing new. I'm not criticizing, but
They just do what we're waiting for us.
Yeah, absolutely, and we love it. We love it, and that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But there needs that second, third wave. Last time, everybody just did what the others were doing, and the scene died. And I think that why, for me, it's important that bands come through who do something different and bring something new to the table. There's a UK band has an album out today called Temper Shot, and that's like urban thrash. It's like thrash, but with kind of really intense thrash hip hop rapping.
Okay.
So it's just
Okay.
yeah. I'll send you a link.
Yeah, of course, yes.
But
Pleasure.
this is so important, the originality, and you brought a concept to the album as well.
Yeah.
Was that a big part of the album? Is that why? Because some of the songs are quite cinematic.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. With the band, we did four studio albums, and
Mhm.
every album is a concept album. So we're working on a theme, a thematic, and we're developing a story on our albums with our music and with, of course, the lyrics, but also visual aspects in the booklet, etc., and the artworks,
Yeah.
to make the listener enter to a real universe, and to not to deliver some message, but to tell a story, and I guess that can, of course, have influences on our way to compose music,
Yes.
because of we only write concept albums. I'm not able for now, maybe later, I don't know, but I'm not able for now to write songs that are not connected between. It's I just don't do that. I don't know how to do
Yes.
that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. So I guess of course it has an influence on our music, but we compose music at first. So
Yeah.
first is the music, and
Yeah.
then we choose, that song could more reflect that aspect of the concept. So it's a inverted process, but it works for now. So
Sure. So but this is like you are making a soundtrack or a movie. You are, it's the mood of this song
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
the pace of this. So you are
yeah.
these are scenes in your movie.
Yeah, it matches with that motion, with that thematic, that
Yeah.
of course, yeah. But in the writing process, I'm talking about music,
Yeah.
not lyrics.
Yes.
We always want to make something, I don't want to say that I am fixing some boundaries on some imperatives. I don't know
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
if
Understand.
you understand that. Yeah, but I try to do one song which is more loud, one other which is more epic, one other which is more intense and sad, one other which is more hysteric,
Yeah.
and after we always find lyrics and things in the concept album which fits with every mood of every song.
And in a movie, when writing a movie,
Yeah,
you'd create a mood board.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. This
I
is
don't
this.
write
Yeah.
movie music, but I think it works like that.
I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you do write movie music.
No, no, no. I don't have time for that.
So, good question. So, what else? What else are you doing as well as Deficiency? Or is Deficiency 100%
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
time?
Yeah, no, of course not. It's not possible in France to live with metal music.
Yeah,
Almost not possible. Yeah,
also
it's
it's
just a few bands.
2023. I
Of
understand.
course,
Yeah.
yeah. And even if it was possible, I don't know if we want to do this, because as it becomes something you must do to eat and to
Yes.
live,
Yes.
maybe you lose some kind of passion and
You
some
lose
kind of
joy.
implication on the, maybe, I don't know, I didn't try. But it's not possible. No, we all have real jobs and real life. So
Yes. Yeah.
on my personal situation is I am a history and geography teacher in a high school.
Wow. Right. That's incredible.
Wow. We got many teachers in the metal scene in France because we have vacations.
Right. But this is great. This is great.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously this limits your ability to play shows and tour and
Yeah.
things like this. How much of a live band is Deficiency?
Uh, I'm dealing with many things in the band, not only composing music, not only playing on stage, but everything around.
Me too.
Yeah, of course. I
Yeah.
guess you know the you know it.
I know where you're coming from.
Promotion, interviews like we're doing right now,
Yeah.
booking, communication,
Merch.
socials, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
So it takes very much time, and so even if we split some tasks between guys of the band, and we have some structures around us we're working with to supply us and to promote and something else, of course, it takes a lot of time. So we have real jobs and real life, so we have to play when we can play. So it's mostly weekends. On weekends, we did some tour in the past years, and we have to take vacations. So it's possible, but it means preparation and possibility financially, etc.
Yes.
So it's
Well,
possible. It's not impossible, but it's yeah. We're not professional musicians, so it's not easy.
yeah,
In
I
the
agree. Yeah, I
in the
agree.
band, we got only one professional musician, the new guitarist Gabriel, which is a guitar teacher.
Yes.
Even if he has also obligations to teach, but
Yeah. Yeah.
he lives from music. But in France, you can't live by touring and being quite successful with a metal band. It's not possible.
Sure. No. And yeah, those days are gone.
I hope. I
Uh,
guess in your case the same, and everywhere
yeah.
it's the same. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're doing this now. And tonight I have a comedy show. Last night I had a comedy show,
Okay.
like, in Birmingham. Then Sunday maybe I'll be hosting a quiz. Then Monday some work on the phone, business development.
Yeah.
And then it's like and then the band is a part.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also it's so demanding
Yeah.
all the time, like a child.
Yeah. I know. I got child.
And a band. Good luck.
And a band and a job.
Yeah.
And a dog.
Wow, you've got it all, man.
Yeah.
But you're right, it is demanding. At the moment we have some dates on offer from South America, and everybody is sat waiting for the money to arrive, and if the money arrives, we go, and if it doesn't, we don't.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
and you tell people who outside of music things like this, and they're like, are you sure? Shouldn't things be more organized? And you're like, no, this is how the music business is.
Yeah. But I think many people that see us like just musicians, they see videos, that they see we tour here and there. They don't they imagine some things. They think we're living from it, or we take a lot of money from it.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely not that. With Deficiency, we just earn what we will invest in the next album. So
yes.
It's,
Absolutely.
how it works. I don't take a penny of what I do for my band.
Same.
And if we do that, we can't do music.
Yeah.
We can't tour. We can't buy a van. We can't advertise, promotion, and so on.
Yeah. We are the same. I always say, we go on tour. The number one priority is don't lose money.
Yeah.
That's
Try to don't lose money.
Yes. Yeah. People are like, so how much does that pay?
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah. Wrong
And
way to think.
it's difficult also uh, to f- to finance new projects because we have to enter some money, and today it's post-pandemic situations. It's more
Yeah,
difficult to tour. It's more difficult to get some decent money for what we do on stage, um, and things are not so pinky, you know. It's not
yeah,
fancy. It's difficult,
yeah,
but we still
yeah,
do it because we love it, and we don't. I guess we. I I wouldn't say that we lose our our dreams, but because we realized with my band, we realized many of dreams in our small career. But I think we don't expect much more that we can do and that we get now. And
yeah,
as it's fine like that, the band will continue.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. It, it is being realistic.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
of course, yeah.
yeah, not the but occasionally you do, you know, a festival, Hellfest,
Yeah,
Bloodstocks. I mean, and you get a tiny taste. You
yeah,
get a little, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You think, wow, just
That's
imagine.
pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
we did some, as you said, some spotlights on what could be the musician life. Even if we touring like amateurs, you know, we got our van, we got our tour man and the guy from the merchandising and stuff like that. But that's all.
yeah,
We don't have the whole truck with a
yeah.
with a
Road
crew, an
crew,
entire
yeah, yeah,
crew and tourists, you know. So it's yeah, but it's pretty cool. We just appreciate that it's always an adventure to
yeah,
trip to meet people to play in front of guys. You see that they are touched by music and they want to
yes,
be here and they're enjoying just the moment, and that's for us that's just fine. That's the
yeah.
way. That's why we do it. We do it. Yeah,
Yes, and many people would love to have records and play
yeah.
gigs, and you guys have played with everybody. I mean, if a thrash
Some of
metal
them.
band, if a thrash metal band tours France, it looks like they have to have you support.
Oh, I hope so. There is some names I can't mention that we would love to play with, but it's not yet arrived. But I can't complain. We played with so many great bands.
Yeah,
So
you play. I
it's
mean, it's like,
yeah.
but everybody, Testament, Sepultura, you know, the list was
We didn't
is
play with Sepultura. We played with
uh
Testament. We played with Machine Head.
huh.
We toured with Angelus Apatrida. We played several times with Crazix. We played with Amon Amart. It's not
Yeah,
thrash, but it's very amazing.
heavy.
It was yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
There's thrash, there's Rammstein, and there's Amon Amarth is like kind of in the middle.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. But it's so cool to meet so great artists and see how it works. You know, the crew, the touring. You know, Rob Flynn is one of my favorite guy ever in the metal scene.
Yeah,
And meeting him, talking to him, uh, not in a meet and greet or 2 seconds between
yeah,
something, but talking to him a few minutes. It's amazing. You know, I met Megadeth, Kiko Loureiro. I met very important guys
yes,
in the business
yeah,
in the music, and as fan, it's amazing. Chuck Billy is amazing. You
yeah,
know, many of that guys, even Amon Amarth too, they are just living a dream. You know, they don't realize them is the musicians, and they still are kicked ass by what arrived to them. You know? So
yeah,
it's a pretty surprising when you talk to them. Not all, but some of them, that they are still enjoying the stage and the meeting of fans after 30 years touring.
yes, yeah. I think for some bands as well, like Exodus, Testament,
Yeah,
who really struggled to stay alive. this is really like, we will make the most of this because we have had some. I mean, you think, Tempo of the Damned, Exodus, Gary Holt holding Exodus together for all he's worth, and to now be, to then end up in Slayer, then come back to Exodus and be putting out great albums and being able to tour everywhere. This is, for them, it's I'm pleased, because these bands deserved the second wave. They deserved their time in the sun, if you like.
We didn't play with Exodus, but I have the opportunity to meet them, to see them, of course, on stage and meet them. I saw Gary Holt on Hellfest, the last Slayer French show ever. The day that they play, we met in a meet and greet, so it was pretty cool. It's a pretty nice guy, and there is a thing with Exodus which reflects what you say. In the VIP of Hellfest area, VIP area, I met Tom Hunting, and Tom Hunting, the drummer, he was with his wife. And he was just amazed by what he saw. Oh, wow, it's pretty cool. The VIP stuff is amazing. The sculptures, the decoration, everything is amazing. We talk a few minutes. Hey, can you take a picture of me and my wife in front of the fountain? And I took a picture with the phone of Tom Hunting of him and his wife at Hellfest. And that reflects the guys are just living in a dream. Oh wow! 30 years after, we just play in the basement with heavy amps and hunting loud. We are on stage and we play music and we play thrash metal for 35 years. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, okay. So how crazy is this? In 1989, I toured with Exodus, the Fabulous Disaster Tour. We supported in the UK.
Okay. Cool.
And so I've known those guys many, many years. And what you said there is absolute. That is so Tom Hunting. Tom is like that all the time. It's like I remember, like, all those years ago, 30 years ago, Tom, can you take a picture? Can you take a picture of me in front of this castle?
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. But all those guys are so humble, and it is so cool. Funny, you wearing the Hellfest shirt, and I thought you played Hellfest.
No, we didn't play yet. I hope we play one day, but not.
That's crazy. You guys, you're French. You should be playing. This is ridiculous. I mean, I can understand us not playing, but
told them. So
yeah,
it would be great to play in Hellfest. I won't lie, because it's an amazing festival at first, and secondly, it's a French festival, so this is the big messiah in the big ceremony in France and in Europe. One of the biggest festivals in the entire world in metal music. So it's I don't know if you've been in Hellfest. What
I've never been. I've never played. I would like to do both. Really, it's as you.
So I'm in Hellfest every year as a spectator and for interviews and stuff like that, but never to play. So, but I know. Maybe one day. I hope maybe one day it comes, but it's not only there is that band which is maybe good, which is cool, which fit in the lineup, which is French, etc. There is so many other parameters, so many other things that can or can't make a band play in Hellfest.
Yes.
Sometimes it's political. Sometimes it's stuff about booking agencies and stuff like that. It. So people when the spectator or when they don't know how it works, the music business. They don't know it. You can play there because you're good, because
Yeah.
this and that, but it's not as simple as that.
Oh,
It's
I love getting advice from fans who don't know how the
yeah.
business works.
Yeah, but I think it's also maybe important to tell guys, to tell people how it really works, because
Yeah.
it works like every business.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
yeah.
I would say when you announce a tour, everybody go get tickets now. If you're coming, if you want to come to the show, get your tickets now, because the more of you that buy tickets earlier, the more the promoter thinks, oh, okay,
Yeah,
maybe I'll do some adverts for this show and get
yeah,
even more people.
yeah,
Yeah, and this is this is very simple ways of supporting bands. Very simple.
yeah,
Just get your tickets early.
yeah. It's simple, but also it's difficult for people because there is so many shows
Oh, yeah.
everywhere, so many bands that deserves to be known, to be well known, to be most known, because they're talented, because they're cool, because they believe in it. And I guess once the end of the month is coming and you see your bank account go down,
Yeah.
maybe you can't afford it and it's not possible to go
Sure. Yeah.
everywhere. Maybe even if you want, even if you're a fan, even if you want to support, today it's more difficult than 10 years or 15 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Also, you route a tour, organize a tour, then everything booked, then other bands book the same days, and playing London, you will clash.
Yeah, yeah,
It's simple. We played on a Saturday, and people could come and see us, or they could see Fear Factory, or they could see Annihilator,
yeah,
all on the
yeah,
same fucking
yeah,
day.
yeah. It's the same in big cities in France, like Paris. It's the
Yeah,
same. Yeah,
yeah, and every band like you said, every band deserves their audience there to be able to play to as many as possible.
yeah,
But I wanted to ask you about singing.
yeah.
How much of your time when you're working on the music, are you thinking of vocals at all, or are you just trying to get the foundation right?
Yeah, I've write. I'm before I'm singer, I'm guitarist. So I
Yes.
compose. Yeah, I compose music at first with the guitar and instruments. No, and then I when I compose music, I identify parts which will be singing parts.
Right.
It's in that identified when I compose, but
Yeah.
after you have to play and sing.
Yeah.
You have to get this parameter in your head, because it's not quite easy to play technical music and sing.
It's not easy to sing. Never
It's
mind, never
yeah.
mind play.
Yeah, of course it's not easy to sing, but it's even more difficult to sing when you're playing some technical stuff.
Yeah,
So
incredible.
yeah, so I try to, for now, I try to, maybe in our forthcoming music, I will calm down. Okay, guy, I'm able to play it on the guitar. I'm able to sing it, but doing the two together,
Yeah.
uh, I have less and less time to work that. So maybe I don't
Yeah.
know in the future. But yeah, I compose at first music with guitar parts,
And then
and then
two.
I put vocals on that, and I put vocals like screaming vocals or yeah, growls, etc. But also imagine melodic lines, because it's I guess it's 50-50 now music,
Mhm.
uh, melodic and scream or growls. So I try to do the chorus for me has to be intense and identifiable with the melodic lines.
Yeah.
So I focus on that, and guitars and so on behind leave some space to the voice on the
Sure.
chorus for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And then in the verses we can go fast, you know,
Yeah.
because it's way easier to scream and to play technical stuff than to sing and to play technical stuff.
Sure.
So
But I think the balance is fantastic on
oh,
the
thank you.
on the record. I think the balance between singing, screaming, melody, everything is there.
Yeah. Okay.
And also the two different voices makes a big difference as well. And vocals for me are key, like anyone else. And I think the way that you have split them up, the way you do them is fantastic. How do you choose who does what?
Oh, I don't know if I choose. I guess it's something we feel. You know, I feel that time I will scream. I feel that time it's the time to make something with more relief, to make something identifiable on the ears of the audience. And it's more music for me. It's more something that I feel that uh, I'm not able to. Okay, so I got some time on my journey, on my day. Sorry. Okay, let's take the guitar and let's write some music. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
Like that for me. For others, it's maybe more easy, but I don't. I can't do this. I have to be in a mood, you know, in a composing mood. Yeah.
absolutely,
Each
absolutely.
time I'm creative. So at that time, I will write, I will compose music, I will record it in pre-productions, etc. And after we work together with the bands, and it's phases in the year. You know, it's not. I'm not able to play to compose music every time of the year because I don't have much time, because I have other things in my mind, because
Hmm.
it's not the moment. You know, I don't know, but I can't define. You know, I can't determine that time I will compose music. It's not
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
So
No, I
maybe,
agree.
yeah, and maybe that's why we are not as productive as the business is demanding, you know, because we have to audience fans have to wait some years between our albums, unfortunately. But
Well, we had 29 years between albums in Acid Rain. So
okay,
yeah. So yeah. So don't
that's
worry.
almost my age. Almost.
Wow. um,
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you. But I agree. Also, as we spoke about earlier, it's not just writing the music. It's finding the studio, finding the producer, finding the mixer, and having the finance to be able to
Yeah.
do that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of things to get in place.
And find the right moment to release the album, prepare the promotion, and
Yeah.
so on. So yeah, it's a big machinery. People don't imagine that, but it's a pretty big machinery. Everything has to be be submitted to reflection, to approbation, to possibilities, financial, and so on. So it's not oh, okay, let's do an album. Okay, 6 months later, it's okay. No, it's not possible,
Yeah. Yeah.
unfortunately. But
No.
I think this is how the business model is demanding on bands, and for now we are not able to fit on that mold, because you know, with the streamings, etc.,
Yeah.
they pretty much tell to the band, yeah, if you want to be listened to, so you have to be productive, you have to release tracks, singles all the time.
Yeah, be on
uh,
Spotify, create playlists,
yeah.
do this, be here, be there. And then the record company sends you an Excel spreadsheet of your
Yeah.
streams, and you see all of these columns, and you look down into the bottom to see what you earn. And there's like 5
No way.
euros.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 40-page spreadsheet, you know,
Yeah.
and you get to the bug out. Okay, well,
Yeah. It's not. I'm not talking for guys or bands which have very intense streamings and
yeah,
listeners. They earn money.
yeah,
It's not a problem. They earn. But
yeah,
bands like ours, we are not rock stars on Spotify. So
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
guys
yeah,
guys who listen to our music are guys who pretty much know us and follow us, and uh, that's not all, but to be streamed and discovered by new people, it's
yeah.
once again a story of promotion and of course of money.
Yeah,
It's,
absolutely, absolutely. But and you know, I'm not. This is the way it is. I'm not complaining. It's just the
yeah,
way
yeah,
it is. But also because our music is available all over the internet, then you do find people, you know, in other countries. You get messages. You and I chatting now,
yeah,
people do discover things through the strangest ways,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah,
um
yeah.
and it's so easy to share stuff. You know, hey, check this band out, you know, and
Mm.
boom, you're checking them out.
Yeah,
So there are so many benefits. But I
yeah,
by
but
the
there is so many bands that
yes, oh
are
yeah,
in the jungle in the ring, so it's not easy it's not easy to pop up. Hey, that's me. Cool.
yeah.
I'm cool. I do good music. Listen to.
Yeah. Well,
But
I bought
as
your
a,
CD. Put it up. I bought your CD. Okay.
thank you.
I didn't stream. I bought your
Okay.
CD.
How did you discover the band?
um, a French friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
I do a talking bollocks. I also do old bollocks with a friend called Old Head who has a YouTube channel, and he
Okay.
does reviews of bands all the time. And he's one of my patrons on Patreon,
Yeah. Okay.
and we decided to do this show together. So we had a feature to get listeners to send us in albums that they think we will like, that
Okay.
we probably won't have heard. And my friend Laurent sent me a message, and or sent us a message, and and he just said French thrash metal with a concept about, and described the concept of all these bands. I was like, that one.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's like I've got to hear thrash metal and this weird concept. I've got
Yeah,
to hear
yeah.
this together.
So the concept matters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
This is
mean,
the proof.
I still can't figure it out, but yes.
It's you know, the concept is something very for that album. We wanted to do something very local, telling our story, our family stories. Because you know, in my area, we live in the former coal exploitation, mining
Right. Yeah. Mining area.
industries.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you got it in the black countries in UK, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, and for 20 years and even more, that industry was shut down.
Yeah.
But we still, when you open the window in our country, in our region, you see head frames, you know, that elevators that dig the earth
Yeah.
with miners to take the coal, etc.
Yeah.
And some of them are still raised up. Many of them are down.
Yeah.
That head frames, and we are grandsons of miners. As simple as that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is, yeah.
So we wanted to develop a story, a strange story that is a real story in our area of sorcerers, you know, in the late 40s. People thought that a woman were cursing them, and and they find it into the pillows. There was some agglomeration of feathers, which form birds of nuts, and they think, oh, that's the proof that we were cursed, and that's why my children is waking up at midnight, and that's why my husband is sick, you know. And that
Right.
story, it's a story our grandparents told us
Right.
when we were child, and
Hmm.
we wanted to dig into it, and we found some papers. You know, there was a police investigation about that. So I met a local historian also, so we documented about that, and we write the whole story with characters, with situations, with objects that fit into that story. So that's the concept. It's a
So,
strange concept, but that's the concept.
but it's local history. It's your
Yeah.
and it comes from your childhood.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And of course, the mining sites, the head frames, etc. There are so good looking and so fitting into metal music, you know, industries, old school stuff, etc. And of course, visually, there's something. So we can explore with the band.
Yeah.
And that's what you see in the music video. I don't know if you saw the music videos.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Impressive.
thank you.
Guess what I thought? I thought impressive and expensive.
Yeah, we had the chance to get support from the location. We for the video Fire Asleep,
Yeah.
the main single.
Hmm.
We were shooting on a former coal exploitation, a real
Yeah.
former coal exploitation.
Looks like it.
It is.
Yeah.
But for 15 years, it's a museum about coal exploitation.
Ah,
So
right.
yeah,
They see your video as maybe promotion for.
yeah. It was not easy to convince them, but we did. I had that meeting with the president, with the other people important in the staff. I put up my shirts, you know, and hey, this is the
Suited
project.
and booted.
Yeah, this is the project. We do metal, okay, but we got our audience, etc. And I was here and talking. They asked me for questions. I
Yeah.
answered, and then okay, let's do it. So
Wow.
we got an open key on every place we wanted on the site, and it was amazing. And of
That's
course,
great.
for the music video, we don't came out with a iPhone and okay, let's do this. No. We got
Yeah.
a real team, a professional team that makes music video to make it like you see, and with pyrotechnics, something like that. So yes, money, but uh, I guess I guess the results is what we were expecting to. So
Yeah. Well, like I say, when I saw it, I thought, "Ooh, wow!" You know.
okay, that's the goal.
Yeah. But of course, being in a band, all I could think of was, "This is expensive."
uh,
Oh man, how much money have they wasted on this?
oh no, it's not wasted because we
Yeah.
do love to do that,
Yeah.
and
No,
uh, and
absolutely.
it makes also our historical patrimonial stuff like that onto spotlights. So
Yeah.
when I did interviews on the promotion in France for the albums for the album a couple of months ago, a few months ago, many people told me, "Oh yeah, mining sites, coal, etc. It's amazing. The buildings were very impressive, etc." So it talks to everyone, you know. It's
Yes.
industrial
Yeah.
stuff. It
Yeah.
fits with metal music. every band in the whole fucking world, when they did the first music video, they played in a hangar, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
or in the industry, you know,
It's the law.
it's you know, something you have to do. It's by
Yes.
contract when you do metal.
Yeah. It's it is. It's part. Also, this is where, you know, Black Sabbath, Birmingham,
Yeah,
metal factories,
yeah,
you know, foundries. This is where our music began.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, man. This has been so much fun. I thank you so much for your time.
Oh, no problem.
I really
It's a pleasure.
appreciate it, Laurent. I've got to thank my friend Stefan Blaine, who recommended Deficiency to me. I have recommended it to everybody. I play it on my radio show. At you know, it's been a real discovery, and just an incredible album.
Oh, thank
There
you.
is. I listen. Driving to my comedy gig last night, I listened to the album, knowing we were going to do this, but just to, you know, I haven't listened for a while, so I listened to the album again, and all over again I was kind of like, oh man, I need to play this more. So thank you
No,
for
thanks to you
a great
for the
album.
contact.
It's absolutely wonderful. And thank you for your time, and best of luck. I you know, if there's anything I can do for you in the future, please reach out. And you know, I'm looking forward to your next album.
Yeah, with pleasure. So thank you very much for the invitation. It
No
was a
problem.
pleasure to talk with you. It's very cool, and thank you for all your words. It means a lot for me, for us. So that's why we do music, and if we touch people, that's we did the job, and
Yeah.
and it's the best gift we can have. So thank you very much.
Well, let's face it, you know, we're everyone in bands, we're just fans. But we're obsessive fans. We love music so much we can't just listen. We have to play too. You know? And I, you know, I hear that in your music. So thank you very much, Lauren. Have a great day, and thank you for your time.
Thanks to you. Bye.
Bye.
See you next
Bye.
time. Ciao.
See you next time. Bye.